I get it. When you're scrolling through endless chairs that promise the ultimate lounge experience, it feels like you're stepping into a showroom you can't actually see. You picture yourself sinking into something that swivels, rocks, massages, and even keeps your phone charged, but the fear of spending a few $100 on a piece that ends up just taking up space is real. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through what this 360-degree swivel recliner actually does in a lived-in home, and whether it's worth the money for you. First off, the biggest draw is the full rotation swivel paired with a rocking function. In my own living room, that combination means you can face the TV for movie night, then spin to chat with guests without getting up. The motion feels smooth enough that you don't get that jerky gearshift you sometimes hear in cheaper models. If you have a small entertainment area, that flexibility can replace a second chair because you can easily pivot to a different corner of the room. On the flip side, the swivel mechanism adds a bit of weight. This thing is definitely on the heavier side. If you live in a rental where you can't move furniture often, expect a couple of extra hands when you need to reposition it. Now, let's talk about the massage and heat features because they're the headline claims. The chair comes with built-in rollers that target the lower back and shoulders, and a heating element that runs underneath the seat. In practice, the massage cycles are preset rather than fully adjustable, so you can't fine-tune the intensity beyond the low, medium, or high options. For a person who spends long hours at a desk, those preset cycles can still break up stiffness after a day of typing. I tried the high heat setting while watching a football game, and the warmth was noticeable but never scorching, just enough to make your muscles feel a bit looser. However, if you're looking for a full-body massage experience with multiple zones and custom programs, you'll probably feel limited. The heat element also draws a fair amount of power, so you'll want to keep the cord out of high-traffic pathways. The seat itself is advertised as big, and indeed it lives up to that claim. The cushion is deep enough to accommodate larger adults comfortably, and the backrest slopes in a way that supports a natural spine curve. The ergonomic shape means you don't have to hunch forward when you sit for a couple of hours reading or gaming. The downside? The cushion is made of a softer foam that tends to flatten after a few weeks of daily use. If you're the type who expects a chair to stay plush forever, you might need to add a thin memory foam topper later on. On the plus side, the chair includes cup holders and side pockets that are big enough for a remote, a phone, or even a paperback. Those little details become handy when you're settling in for a binge-watch marathon, because you're not constantly reaching for the coffee table. One of the everything stored and charged promises is a built-in USB port tucked into the side pocket. In my testing, it delivered a stable charge for a smartphone, but it's not a high-output charger, so charging a tablet or a laptop takes longer than a wall outlet would. Still, the convenience of having your device within arm's reach while you relax is a subtle win. The side pockets also double as a place to stash a blanket or a gaming controller, which keeps the floor tidy, something renters often appreciate. So, who should actually consider buying this recliner? If you're someone who spends a lot of time in one spot, think remote workers, avid gamers, or anyone who enjoys a nightly routine of TV and a little self-care, the swivel and massage combo gives you a dedicated spot that adapts to different angles without you having to shuffle furniture. It also works well in a family room where you might need to face the TV for a movie, then swivel to talk to kids playing on the floor. The large seat and integrated storage are bonuses for people who want a single piece that covers comfort, convenience, and a touch of tech. Who should skip it? If you live in a tight studio apartment where floor space is at a premium, the chair's footprint, especially when it swivels, might dominate the room. Folks who are particular about having a fully customizable massage experience will likely feel shortchanged, since the preset cycles are fairly basic. And if you're a minimalist who prefers clean lines over built-in cup holders and pockets, the added bulk could feel like unnecessary clutter. Looking at value for money, the price point sits in the middle of the market for powered recliners with similar features. You're not getting a premium brand with a long warranty, but you are getting a functional unit that actually works as described. It swivels, it rocks, it massages, and it heats. The real value comes from the convenience of having those functions in one piece, eliminating the need